Happening ninjas. So today, this is going to be a short video, but I thought it was apropos because of a conversation that I had regarding my YouTube channel with a client. So for those of you that follow me and my partner, Mike Sherrard, we're big into farming your local geographical area with YouTube, right? It's a massive source of leads, and I'm going to call these the top tier leads. These are people that have already researched you and they know a lot about you before y'all ever meet. And it's quite amazing to see the progression of how these leads convert. And they convert probably the highest of any lead source that you can get. I would say even as high or higher than referrals. And we can debate about that. This video is not for that. But I want to share with you a conversation I had today with a client who met me for the first time at a Panera. And I think it will help some of you as you determine the content to put on your channel. My local channel, I strive to make it all about my city, and I want value to be on that channel, not just market updates, not just touring neighborhoods. All of that's important, but I want people to get an idea of what Clermont, Florida is really like. And so I've strived to do that. And on this channel, we are getting a lot of traction just in the last 2 days. And then today, had a guy call me at 8:30 last night that was watching my channel, and I've got an appointment with him. He wants to make an offer on a home here locally. Had another guy that I talked to Friday of last week that flew in from Seattle watching my YouTube channel. And I toured Sunday, I toured his family around Clermont looking at lakefront homes, right? And then today, I met a client who found me, who lives in the north part of Florida. He found me on my YouTube channel and he met with me, and we had a very good conversation, he and his wife, at Panera for over an hour, kind of getting to know one another and seeing if there's a good fit and talking about wishes, wants, desires. And then at 4 o'clock today, I'm meeting with another YouTube lead. This is somebody locally wanting to sell their home and buy another one. So yes, YouTube is powerful. But let me share a conversation I had with the client. And this came out of the blue, but I absolutely loved the feedback I got. He said he'd been following me for a while, watched a lot of my content, and he said, "Can I just give you one piece of advice?" And I'm like, the guy's in his 60s. I said, "Sure." He said, "One of the things that attracted me to your channel and really thinking about working with you is your positive outlook on your city. You were giving me value. You were giving me all of this stuff." And he said, a week or so ago, you put a video on your channel that was not really, to me, it didn't line up with your other videos. And he says, "I notice a lot of people, as we've done our research on YouTube, a lot of these agents are putting very negative type videos. The housing market's going to crash. Should you buy or not? Interest rates are terrible. Oh my God, it's all going to go to hell in a handbasket." That kind of stuff. And I'm noticing a trend. The guy said to me, he said, "When I saw that video of yours, it just didn't feel like it was part of really what you have been talking about on your channel." He says, "I didn't like it." He said, "I'm not telling you that it was a bad video. I'm just saying I didn't like it. And I would just recommend that you stick with what's working. And that is educating people on your area, the positives." He says the pros and cons, but in a way that it gives people enough meat to decide, number one, is this the area they want to move to? And number two, do they want to work with you? And it literally stopped me in my tracks because I've been struggling with this. There are agents here in Florida and locally, and then regionally and nationally, who are gaining tens of thousands of views a month and thousands of new subscribers a month. Some of these guys have subscribers in the 50 to 70,000 range. And when I look at their channels, they have a lot of what I call negative clickbait videos. The housing market's going to crash in 2024. Interest rates are going through the roof. Should you buy a home? Why you shouldn't buy a home in this area. Now, I mean, these are, the federal government just said this and it's going to bring disaster on the market, right? These videos are very clickbaity and they get a lot of views, but they don't bring value. They bring fear. And it's really, I think, in the channel owner's worst interest to continually put out content like that, because why would I want to work with you, right? I understand these videos are getting, I've got a guy here in Florida that does these videos. He gets 150,000 views. I would love that. But if I were looking to work with him and I went and looked at his content, if I were to work with him, it would almost seem like, why would I even want to buy or sell a home, right? The way your channel's set up. So I just wanted to make sure you guys understand that when you're putting content, give the end user what they're looking for. Education-based content on your geofarm. What are the best neighborhoods? What's the churches like in your neighborhood? Go and do some restaurant reviews. Like, go sit in one of the restaurants and give them an idea of what that restaurant's like, right? Best school districts, top 3 neighborhoods, pros and cons. And the pros and cons doesn't necessarily have to be uber negative. It's just, hey guys, if you're going to move to the area, here's 3 things that you really need to consider that would be more of a con. And here's 3 things that absolutely are pros. And this is information that I think you should have. And it's not going to be, the cons aren't going to be so negative and doom and gloom that it's going to be clickbaity. It's just giving them an idea of what the area looks like traffic, the amount of people that are moving in, right? So those are some suggestions, guys, as you are building out your content for your YouTube channel. Be value driven, education driven. Educate the consumer on what your market gives. If you're going to do a video tour, educate that consumer on who that builder is, what the builder represents, how long has that builder been around, how many subdivisions is the builder building on, right? Tell them a little bit about this particular model home from this builder, price range, square footage, anything about the home. Don't get negative. Give education. So anyway, that's kind of what I wanted to bring to you guys today. As you're creating content, the Ninja would recommend staying away from the clickbait, the stuff that's going to get you just massive views, but it doesn't bring a sense of well-being about your area. It's very just concentrating on all of the bad stuff. Like, you're literally, I can just see these guys that have these channels, the real estate channels, where the majority of their content is very clickbaity and very negative and doom and gloom. I think they're probably scanning news sources for really bad news and then creating content for that. So anyway, take that for what it's worth. But for your channels, make sure that you guys are putting out channels that have great content, educate the end user, always have calls to actions. Hey, don't forget, look below the video, my contact information. If you're thinking about making the move in the next 1 to 12 months, blah, 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 right? Give them something that gives them the essence of who you are and what your geofarm is and what it's like, and watch what happens. Your channel is going to grow organically. It might not grow by tens of thousands like the clickbaity, negative, doom and gloom real estate agents, but your channel is going to grow. It's going to be healthy, and you're going to attract the right type of client. All right, guys, what do you think about that? Drop some comments below and let me know. Listen, if you are a real estate agent and you are thinking of making a move, make sure you get on my calendar. I want to share with you what it looks like to partner not only with the Real Estate Ninja, but my partner, Mike Sherrard at the Wolfpack Nation. I'd love to share with you how that partnership would look and all of the absolute awesome technologies that we have for the agents that partner with us and the different types of trainings and coachings that you get. Guys, it's worth the call. Get on my Zoom. Let's have that conversation. And don't forget, if you like this content, you know what to do. Subscribe, hit the bell, and be notified when I drop nuggets like this. All right, guys, have a great day, and I'll see you on the next video.